Everyone, thanks for joining me today. This is another timeless For Somebody reading. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. If you're new to this channel, I'll just explain that I use the slideshow format because I'm actually someone who channels when I write, and this format allows me to present my content on YouTube. I hope you'll enjoy this video. In terms of the For Somebody readings, they aren't intended to be general readings. They are timeless readings, and I hope that they will find the people they're meant for at the right time. If the reading is for you, it will resonate. If it's not for you, there might still be a reason you were drawn to this reading. It's always my intention that anyone who comes across any reading I do will gain something from it, and that might be an insight or a piece of wisdom, or even just the opportunity to consider something from a different perspective. So, if you're here, please do check out the video. I'm sure the universe brought you here for a reason. Alright, so this is the spread that we have for today. If you're interested in the decks I've used, I will list them on a slide at the end of the reading. Wow, this seems like it's quite an impressive spread already, because out of the 4 tarot cards here, 1 is an ace and the other 3 are major arcana cards. I guess I'll just get started and see where this goes. The card at the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Pentacles, and it has the keyword wealth on it. The Ace of Pentacles traditionally represents an opportunity or windfall in the material world. The word wealth typically implies an abundance of money, but of course it can be an abundance of anything of value. Sometimes you hear people say that health is wealth, or that true wealth is to have friends and family who love you. And I suppose that's just a reminder that this doesn't have to be taken literally. If this is your reading, the word wealth is whatever it means to you. But the Ace of Pentacles does imply that there is something showing up in your life that is going to make you feel abundantly blessed. And to be honest, the image on this card looks like the sun, which is the most positive energy in the tarot. And it's even a multicolored sun. I'm just feeling like this Ace of Pentacles is going to bring a lot of joy and radiance into your life. And what a great start that is for this reading. The first tarot card is the World card, except in this deck it's bigger than the World because this card is titled the Universe. The World is a card of completion. It's the last card in the major arcana, so it represents the end of the Fool's journey. The Fool is all grown up at this point. He's mature and wise, he's balanced, he's enlightened, he's not a fool anymore. This card is titled the Universe, so I see this as someone who's gone beyond being a wise and worldly person. This is someone who's very spiritually evolved. And the card shows this because we see the 7 chakras all lined up. And that makes me think that this is someone who has all their chakras balanced and aligned. And the background of this card has a light-dark split, and that's making me think of the balance of yin and yang. So this is someone who has the masculine and feminine energies within them in a state of balance too. The second card here is the Chariot, and we've got that yin-yang feeling again with the black and white horses. But there is no chariot in this card, and the horses are actually completely free. They're also standing still. That's a very unusual chariot card. The chariot card is typically about a charioteer driving his chariot towards a goal. It's a card that's about fast and focused movement, and it's about the determination to achieve an outcome. The charioteer has to make the 2 horses work together and make them go where he wants them to go. The chariot card relates to the zodiac sign of Cancer. So this particular chariot card is not very chariot-like at all. The 2 horses are together and they appear content to stand where they are, and no one is forcing anything to happen here. The only other thing I see on this card is the big full moon behind the 2 horses. I guess the issue with the usual chariot energy is that the 2 horses might bolt in different directions without the charioteer controlling them. It takes effort to make the 2 horses function as a unit. I think the reason there's no chariot or charioteer here is because of what we were getting from the Universe card. This person has their masculine and feminine energies in balance. They are in harmony. The two horses already understand that they are a unit and they have to function as a unit. This card to me is about the inner union of masculine and feminine energies in this person. I think every decision this person makes comes from an energetically balanced position. And there's no charioteer because these are wild horses. They're free. And the significance of the full moon in this image is that the only thing these horses are guided by is their intuition. And this person is just the same. They're also wild and free. A free spirit who is guided by their intuition. The last card here is the Magician. The Magician is someone who can manifest any intention into reality. The image on this card is actually reminding me of the traditional Three of Wands card, because that image shows someone looking out across the water and seeing their ships coming in. In that Three of Wands image, the ships coming in are symbolizing results and positive outcomes for what the person has done. There are no ships in this card, but there is a big golden sun, and I feel like the Magician is calling it in. As I said earlier, the sun is the most positive card in the tarot, and I feel like this is the energy that this Magician is trying to manifest. This Magician wants joy and happiness, and their intention is to attract that into their life. I'm thinking back to how the Ace of Pentacles card reminded me of the sun, and I'm getting it now. I was saying before that wealth might mean different things to different people. Well, it's clear now that this person's idea of wealth is happiness. And that's a really bittersweet thought when I think about it. I'm feeling that happiness was always the thing that seemed out of reach to this person. I think they used to look at happy people and see those people as privileged. How other people saw rich people is how this person saw happy people. I think they would look at happy people and think, how wonderful it must feel to be so happy. Well, now they're here in Magician energy, and that is what they're manifesting. And they're not trying to manifest a little bit of happiness. They're trying to manifest the whole damn sun. And if they're the Magician, they are completely confident that this can be done. They are calling the sun into their world so that every day of their life will be filled with sunshine and happiness. I have to admit, I wasn't originally seeing how the oracle cards related to the tarot cards, but one of them is now very clearly related to this spread. The middle oracle card here is titled Circle of Eternal Joy. Yeah, that's definitely what this person wants. I think it's meant to be a portal behind this priestess, but it's giving me sun energy as well. Maybe this person is about to go through that portal and experience the very thing they've been manifesting. The keywords on this card are timelessness and dance of life. It definitely sounds like it will be about this person having the experience of eternal joy. I see the number 41 here, and this is a number synchronicity that I've experienced in the past, and it's one I came to see as a powerful number, because 4 is the number of the Emperor in Tarot, and 1 is the number of the Magician in Tarot. To me, the two numbers together is a dynamic powerhouse for inspired change. The Emperor takes action with confidence, and the Magician knows how to make things happen. They're a dynamic duo. It's a bit like the Emperor says, I'm doing this, and the Magician says, you know, I've got a few tricks up my sleeve that you are going to love. Super cool when they're working together. The first oracle card is Squirrel and Chestnut, with the keyword preparation. That's obviously about how squirrels bury nuts in preparation for times when food might be less available. I wasn't sure what to make of this card at first, but I got the idea of that old chestnut just pop into my head. And I'm not seeing it as the figurative meaning of that. I'm actually just thinking about how squirrels bury nuts, and they don't always retrieve them. And sometimes those unretrieved nuts can grow into trees. And I just got the planting seeds appear in my head as well. I feel like this person has a lot of seeds that they've planted over many years. So this could be about planting seeds in terms of declaring their intentions for what they would like to manifest. But I'm actually thinking about someone who has always tried to plant seeds of positivity. And there are two quotes that come to mind in relation to that. One is by Robert Louis Stevenson, who said, "Judge not each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds you plant." And that quote is about someone who thinks more about what they can give to the world than what they can get from it. The other quote is by Rabindranath Tagore, who said, "The one who plants trees knowing that he will never sit in their shade has at least started to understand the meaning of life." So that's about someone who does good things, even if there's no obvious benefit to them at all. So this person is definitely a planter of seeds. They've planted them every day for years, not for their benefit, but to help others and to help the world. They've gone out every day with the intention of bringing light into the world, and they've never failed to do this. So that expression, "that old chestnut," in this reading, is talking about seeds that were planted a long time ago. And while this person wasn't expecting anything in return, I'm thinking that the universe definitely believes in fairness and people reaping what they sow. This magician card doesn't show it, but the traditional magician card features the lemniscate symbol above his head. That's the infinity symbol, and it represents eternal flow. And I always see that as being about how the energy that someone puts out into the world is returned to them. This person will reap what they have sown. It's funny how lemniscate sounds a bit like Lionsgate to me anyway. And I'm writing this on the 8th of August, and the lemniscate is a figure 8, and the Lionsgate portal peaks on 8-8. And this year, 2024, is also a number that reduces to 8. So this year it's actually the 888 portal. And we actually have a portal in the card, it's Circle of Eternal Joy. And I just realized I used the word eternal in relation to the lemniscate flow as well. So eternal joy in an eternal flow. And that sounds like an incredibly magical thing to manifest. I probably won't upload this on the 8th of August because I'm still working on it. But I know the portal's open till the 12th, so I almost certainly will be putting this video up during Lionsgate. I feel like it is meant to be a Lionsgate reading. The squirrel card here is a number 29 card. I don't normally think of the numbers as dates, but I'm getting 2nd of September with the number 29. And that's interesting because Pluto re-enters Capricorn on the 1st of September. So that's making me think that something big might happen around that time for this person, something that is going to be life-changing. The last card here is Thornbox. This is an Australian deck featuring native flowers. And this one says, this card says this flower grows in East Australia, which is where I happen to be, but I'm obviously not very observant because I haven't noticed this one. But reading the small print here, this is a thorny plant with fragrant leaves and flowers, and it supports insects, birds, and spiders. The affirmation on this card is, "I embrace the child within me and let them know everything will be okay." That definitely fits with something big happening, some big life-changing thing happening. And it is something that this person has to prepare for. And maybe that's why the preparation card showed up here in this spread as well. This card specifically references the inner child and suggests the inner child is going to need comfort and reassurance. That sounds like it could be something quite jarring or something that is going to be triggering inner child wounds. I don't know what that might be, but if this is your reading, you'll have to stay grounded enough to see things from a higher perspective, even if the events are knocking you about at the time. I'm getting that whatever this is that happens, it's happening for you. Even if this is some kind of tower card or death card kind of experience, it's happening for you so that you can move on to something better. Try to look at this thing from a higher perspective And remember that ultimately the universe does love you. Whatever it is that's happening, it's not punishment. It's just happening to change your course. And as that affirmation in the last oracle card says, everything will be okay. Keep believing that everything will be okay. And that's the end of today's For Somebody reading. The tarot deck I used today is the Field Tarot, and the oracle decks are the Woodland Wardens, the Priestess of Light Oracle, and Be Your Own Wildfire. The crystal in today's spread was rose quartz. Finally, thank you for your support. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, please give the video a like or make a comment. Please share the video if you think it would be of interest to other people. If you would like to be notified of videos that I upload in the future, please subscribe to the channel. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please feel free to check out the other videos that I've uploaded. And if you'd like to support me on Facebook, here is a little thumbnail image of what my Facebook blog looks like. Anyway, thanks for staying to the end. I hope that I will see you again in another video.